Morning. As has been reported, we are expecting some inclement weather tomorrow. We've been receiving contrasting reports, but we received the latest update from our Director of Public Works, who's been monitoring the situation so that we can be properly prepared for whatever the winter weather brings to the city of Paterson. So at this time, I'm going to ask our Director of the Department of Public Works, Billy Rodriguez, to step forward for an update as to what we have.
Thank you, Mayor. Our update for tomorrow's storm is looking for a winter mix. We're going to start off with a little bit of rain, maybe anywhere from snow accumulation from 2 to 4 inches of snow, winter mix, which means that it'll start with rain and then snow, and it'll be a very slushy situation. We're asking all people, if you don't have to be on the road, not to be on the road, let our snow trucks salt the streets, let us push it to the side if need be, but if you don't have to drive anyway, just stay off the road.
Thank you. Very good. So we can anticipate that this mix, this wintry mix, could start later tomorrow night, perhaps 10 p.m. Just be prepared. Thank you, Director. And I know we'll be out there salting early on.
Yes.
I know the councilor, who's also the DPW committee chair, wanted to add a few remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Director DPW. I just want to remind the residents that when situations of storm come to the city, it's real important that residents cooperate, especially if those streets are small streets. Please do not park in the corners or on top of crosswalks, so we'll be able to send the truck through. If those corners are blocked, trucks cannot make turns and make it difficult for DPW to do their job. Also, I would recommend to not reserve parking with cone, chairs, tables, or any other items in our streets, because it will make it difficult for our trucks to do their job. We're going to be out there with the administration, making sure everything is running smoothly and making sure that the communication between the administration, the legislative body, and the storm is well communicated. So, Mayor, we are here to work together and making sure our residents get the service that they always deserve.
Thank you, Councilman. So that concludes this portion of the press conference relative to the preparation for tomorrow's storm. Thank you, Director. Now I'm going to ask Ed Bosey, Felita Hall, Today Joyner, if she can join us. Yes, of course, please. We always are encouraged to have. That's okay. If you want to stay there, you look lovely, though. It's terrific. So, as been stated, crime is down significantly in the city of Paterson. But as I've said, time and time again, you cannot police all your problems away. You can't arrest all your problems away. You can't confiscate 500 guns and anticipate that to resolve your crime issues. It has to have a multifaceted approach. There has to be outlets for people to have so they do not return to recidivism, that the rate of recidivism is reduced. That if people are struggling with opioid addiction, that there is assistance provided. That if people are struggling with their finances, then there is assistance that is provided. So we do commend the work that the men and women in the Paterson Police Department have performed, but we also want to commend the work that has been done for the last year plus to help us drive down crime and improve public safety in Paterson. We're encouraged that we have an opioid response team, and we've had over 4,000 interactions with community members and 578 referrals for treatment, particularly on Broadway. As you know, people struggling with opioid use disorder, particularly located on Broadway. So to see that we've been trying to get these individuals out of harm's way, get them referred to a safe place so that they can essentially defeat their demons, the addiction. So the opioid response team is just one facet of how we're improving public safety. Now, naturally, what buttresses the opioid response team is the RealFix program. It's been stated many times. Ed Bosey applied for an opportunity with Bloomberg Philanthropies, and we won the Global Mayor's Challenge, and that was $1 million to implement our RealFix program So at this time, I'd like for Ed Bosey to come forward and elaborate on what we have done since winning that $1 million grant and how many people we've helped. Ed Bosey.
Good morning. I am the Chief Innovation Officer for the City of Paterson and the Director of the 1833 RealFix program. And I'd like to communicate just 3 things about the opioid epidemic. First thing, this is not your father's heroin, right? It's not even heroin anymore. It's fentanyl, and it's way stronger and way more addictive than heroin. Second, if you're trying to kick an addiction to fentanyl by going cold turkey, don't fool yourself. Those that try have twice the rate of death and 10 times the number of relapses as those that use medication to counter their addiction. The third thing is by calling 1-833-RealFix. That medication to counteract your withdrawal is available now. Withdrawal from fentanyl is excruciating, but the right medication will counteract withdrawal, and now by calling 833-RealFix, you can get it to your door within 90 minutes. So for the first time, when you're approaching withdrawal, you can get the right medication faster, easier, and cheaper than you can get illicit opioids. I mean, it's now a little bit slower, but cheaper than getting a pizza. So there's no excuse to wait, right? Already, 213 people have contacted 1-833-RealFix and been connected with treatment. That's 85 homeless individuals and 128 housed clients. Now, if you like, you can do it by phone. We connect you with a doctor over the phone, and then within 90 minutes, there's a knock on your door with the medication. Now, some people won't want that. Some people will want inpatient treatment, and we provide the same 90-minute service. We provide a car service to a vetted treatment center that we collaborate with. And actually, in practice, it's been faster than 90 minutes. Currently, we're averaging 76 minutes from request for treatment to being in treatment or getting your medication. Okay, so if you don't understand why real-time response is important, I'll invite you at a future time to meet with one of our success stories, Jose, our RealFix ambassador. You might know him. He's sort of a fixture in the community. He was addicted for over 13 years. He became homeless. Treatment was always just out of reach. That led to other issues, resulting in the amputation of both legs and confinement to a wheelchair. And even still, he remained homeless on the street with his addiction. Jose reached out to 1-833-RealFix a year ago, and we cut through all the barriers. We got medication and treatment immediately. He has been housed now and in recovery for a year, and he is now serving us as one of our ambassadors to the community, getting others to come into treatment. My message to Patersonians is this: don't wait for it to get that bad. Treatment is available now. Treatment from withdrawal is available to you within 90 minutes by calling 833-RealFix. That's 833-732-5349. I don't know if there's any questions. Yolanda? No? Okay. Thank you very much.
And there are no questions. You're very thorough.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions about the weather.
Yeah, okay, but let me just dovetail on what Ed was saying. He's often been noted as commenting that drug dealers are good at customer service.
Yeah.
But what if the city of Paterson, through this RealFix program, was better than those drug dealers? That we could get the medically assisted treatment to these individuals struggling with opioid use disorder within 90 minutes, or as when we piloted over a year ago, 76 minutes. So this is all a part of a holistic approach to public safety. This is all a part of a passionate, or should I say compassionate, approach to public safety, where it's not just about policing, it's about programs where we can actually provide value-added assistance to individuals who've been struggling in the city and suffering in the city for far too long. So thank you, Ed. He's making the most of the $1 million, and with it, he was actually able to scale up and hire more individuals so that RealFix can expand and help even more people in Paterson. We were proud to be the first mayor's office in the state of New Jersey to have a reintegration services coordinator in our office. Vallejo Hall has been working on reentry. empowering individuals who have been recently released from prison or jail, finding job opportunities for these individuals, addressing food insecurity and other challenges they may face. So at this time, to provide us an update on the Paterson Reentry Assistance Program, our coordinator, Valeda Hall.
Good morning, everyone. First off, I would like to thank the City of Paterson residents, the agencies, and nonprofit organizations in and around the city for embracing the City of Paterson's Reentry Assistance Program, aka PRAP.
Yeah, I like that. We like PRAP.
You like that? Okay.
Well, it's ORT, FEC.
You know, we
come on,
had to do it.
You gotta distinguish yourself.
We had to do it, okay? So PRAP is going on our second year, and in our first year, we have assisted about 70 formerly incarcerated persons with referral services such as housing, food, clothing, substance use treatment, and identification document, as well as with direct employment. In year 2, we are preparing for our second annual housing fair, among other events such as a reentry workshop, a job fair, and an expungement clinic. We plan on doing those things yearly after this year. PRAP will also be launching its bi-weekly reentry resource fair at Center City Mall, where we will have all sorts of stakeholders in one place. So if a client or residents of the city, they need services, they don't want to come to me or an official location, the resources will be available bi-weekly at Center City Mall. Also, we will be working on, PRAP will be working on a work entrepreneurship program. As we know, a lot of our client population with reentry, they need alternatives to the traditional 9-to-5. And we will allow our clients to be trained and become more employable in their entrepreneurship endeavors. Our ultimate goal is to expand, and we will continue to do so in the coming years, with community collaboration being the driving factor. Thank you.
Thank you, Valeda. Thank you. And to dovetail on PRAP, I want to keep using that term, of course. We will be launching a community court in the city of Paterson, which Valeda, I'm sure you're going to be working closely with the team on that. So the community court, this is how it works. They have one in Newark, they have one in Jersey City. Unfortunately, many low-level, nonviolent offenders get caught up in the court system, which essentially will impede opportunities for employment or other ways to advance in life. So with this community court, we can prevent the clogging of the court system and also provide paths to success for individuals who in the past, unfortunately, found only obstacles. Now, in addition to PRAP or RealFix, we have the Financial Empowerment Center. Yolanda, we're the only city in the state of New Jersey that has a Financial Empowerment Center. And we provide free one-on-one counseling and can help people, and we have helped people. And here are some of the outcomes. We improve your credit score, which is really important. We reduce your debt. We've kept people in their homes. They've almost lost their homes. We can help you become first-time home buyers in the city of Paterson. And we're talking about thousands of people that we've helped in the last 2 years. And last year alone, I believe we've helped over 500 people. And these are individuals that, quite frankly, some of them didn't even have bank accounts. They were unbanked. I remember a success story who was a former employee of the city of Paterson. He didn't have a bank account, he didn't have a credit card, and now he has all these things. Now he's going to need some advice on managing his money, because we don't want him to become reckless with his credit card. That's why I didn't name him. But he knows who he is, and some of us know who he is as well. Also, we relaunched the Guaranteed Income Initiative. So this was the brainchild of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In his fourth and final book entitled, Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community, he advocated for a guaranteed income to address poverty in the United States. So last year, 110 randomly selected residents received $400 a month for the year. And we have data. So there's some information that we were able to cull from these individuals. They spent the money on groceries, so there's more food for their families. Rent, they paid rent with it, utility bills. For the first time, the family said they had a Thanksgiving, where they could invite everyone over. This year we relaunched it for 200 people, so we expanded the program just in time for Christmas. And one of the participants in this recent cohort, she had a real Christmas and was able to buy gifts for her kids. We're looking to expand that program and apply through the state and the budget there so that maybe 1,000 people, because Yolanda, part of the problem is last year, 110 people were randomly selected through this lottery-based system operated out of the University of Pennsylvania's Guaranteed Income Center. But do you know how many people applied? 5,000 people applied. So that means thousands of people needed, but unfortunately we couldn't accommodate them. This year, 200 people were randomly selected, but 6,000 people had applied. So that's why we want to continue to scale up the program, insert it as a line item in the state budget, and perhaps have millions of dollars so that we can help thousands more, or at least 1,000 people in the next iteration of the guaranteed income. So do you see where we're going with this? We do, like I said, once again, we appreciate the work that the police do in Paterson, but they can't do it alone. And that's not what just drives down crime. Because we have to help people, we gotta heal people so that we can reduce the rate of recidivism, so that we're not talking reentry any further, or RealFix, that we're getting people back on track, getting their lives together so they can become productive citizens, prosperous citizens, and model citizens in the city of Paterson. So we are really encouraged that crime is down significantly in the city of Paterson. But what we're saying is, it's not the police alone, it's a holistic and compassionate approach to public safety that Paterson is implementing. Thanks for joining us.
Literally, it's gonna be tomorrow night.
Yes, 10 p.m.
How many people is going to be outside cleaning and everything?
Typically, we can have 20 to 25 trucks out there. They start salting relatively early. And as our director said, we're anticipating 2 to 4 inches. That sometimes can be somewhat voluble, or it can change, or volatile can change depending on the hour. But the current trajectory of this storm says that it'll hit around 10 p.m. tomorrow, and it should be 2 to 4 inches. He was also saying that it's going to rain first, so that can complicate things. My concern, because a few weeks ago we had severe flooding in Paterson, that's my concern. I know people are saying, well, Mayor, I hope it's snow. I don't have that kind of authority to ensure that it is snow, or yes, snow and not rain. But we will be prepared tomorrow. It'll be all hands on deck.
And when you
except
say,
these two.
and you said we will be prepared, if those areas where are still struggling with that,
Usually,
has any special attention?
Usually attention, right? Special attention. Usually with the snowstorm, we hit the hills first, because the hills are like really impassable at times. So the north side, the same area that floods, will be up there addressing those areas first. They get the special attention, and sometimes they get extra attention as a result.
Are the residents back already to their houses?
As far as I know, most are back. There was one woman that was here, I think it was a few days ago. She said she just got back. Both women got back in their houses. One of them was, she had to leave her house by way of boat.
All right. So it's going to be 24/7 or?
Yeah, we'll have an operation.
You like operation?
Yes.
How many
Very little
trucks?
sleep.
How many people in total from the city working?
Oh, so you'll have 20 to 25 trucks. We're talking about 100 public works employees.
100?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.